Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gents. It's Tightwad here, and Barry me over our little woods there. I'm just having a fire burn of the old Kelly kettle. Didn't take actually too long to get the fire going. A few magnesium scrapes was to help it along. We'll try and bring you over now. There's a nice little fire going inside there. The only reason I'm doing this is just as a companion to I did one where I put the Trangia burner in there, and the old burn time wasn't all that impressive. So I'm just trying to get a bit more oxygen in there. Definitely think I need to get more oxygen in the bottom couple of holes I've got to drill. I mean, it's there, I just needed a bit of a blow, that did. And I'm out here with Barry. He's testing a knife. He's going to do a little video. That's come from 0 pence. Really nice guy. Barry's just giving it a bit of a boss over there. So yeah, just got here. Just going to have a brew and try and move it over. It's got to be careful of the incredible heat there. And that's, you see what you can see around me? I've used nothing more to get that going. Kelly kettle I find they're a little bit big. That will do just under a litre. You see the old flame coming up there, but all I ever need to do that is the ability to make a fire, obviously the water, and nothing else that you can see around me. Got a spanking little pouch, both sizes. You know, I aim to keep some proper, decent, dry, you know, starting off tinder in there. But already, I'll tell you what, it's very, very fast, Barry, isn't it? Once you get the fire going, mate. I can see some bubbly in there. And yeah, what you've got to keep remembering to do is whacking a few sticks down there. I'm getting to learn how to use it. See, the ones where they're about that tall, so they learn, and you know, they actually burn upwards. And when they go in there, they lay against the side. And if they're not right against the side, yeah, bottom, yeah, which is, you can find out where that is, yeah. Give that a bit of a poke in there. See the two air holes? I'm of the opinion, so you can see them there. I'm going to cut a big. This is my final test on that. Yeah, it definitely needs more oxygen to get in there. Anyway, you can actually do that if you want. That's respectably hot as it is. You can, yeah, I can still see, mate. You know, like when that wind goes in there, I'm going to put lots more holes. That's the answer to that. Yeah. That's first. I mean, it's just 1 minute it's kind of not going too well, and the next minute it's well cracking. I can even hear it now. Kind of boiling. Right, I'm not going to bore you to death watching this. I'll have a little. Put a few bits in there. Sometimes I think when it gets a bit low, the old just simple grass leaves. Sorry, leaves from the old trees as they fire up, but try not to throw any dirt in with them. Right, anyway, bring you back in a sec. Right, ladies and gents, I brought you back now. Sorry, well, I just meant to do it a little bit more of the Kelly kettle boiling, but the thing is with these things, and they do impress me, once you've got that initial fire on there, and that's a nice little one there, you put that on, it really doesn't, does it, Barry? It doesn't take a lot of water, a lot of time for that water to actually boil. So again, I kind of got caught, I nearly got caught out there, and I had to grab it quick because it sort of boils over, or bubbles up. Obviously there's my brew, but from, I'd say where the water was maybe halfway to boiling point, to it coming to a boiling point, can be like a minute or something like that. You do get caught wares, but anyway, that's not the first time I've done it in the field. But how long do you reckon that was? About 3-4 minutes there, Barry?
About that, yeah.
No, and again, I need to just get more experience of actually getting out there and using this thing and getting that initial fire going. So I'm quite impressed with that Kelly kettle. It is a bit big, but I've not used anything that you can't see around me to get it going. Or the only thing I did use was 1 or 2 drops of you know, like alcohol hand wash, just in that initial stages, just to give it a bit of a fire. But I'm just now going to see how long I'll keep this fire going, because I'm not very experienced at fires and which woods burn and which ones don't. Anyway, Tightwad having a brew. Take care.
this is going to be the back.
Right, ladies and gents, just to prove that me and Barry just don't come up the woods late, sit in hammocks and drink brews. Nothing wrong with that. Here we have Barry's always got the old Laplander, and he's making up an A-frame. And what we see Barry supporting today is very much the safari look.
Safaris are good, we're out in the woods.
That's alright, mate, yeah. Now we'll come and have a little look at that later on and that, mate.
We're just going to
Again,
have a go at making a...
using the old Laplander, I've never found a sword to better that, mate, to be honest.
A wilderness type
Seat, which is what you're having to do.
Version.
Yeah.
So, you know, yes, I know, I'm not storing things properly, but it's going through the wood.
It's cool, mate, as long as that's not going to come on your leg. No, job done. Everybody does it a different way. So, yeah, anyway, we do a few bushcrafty things anyway. I'll say something funny. We shot off in that direction because there's another plateau up there, yeah? And we what, a good 15 minutes having a walk round? Some cracking little places up there where you get 3 or 4 blokes in stealth camping. Blimey, you wouldn't need anything else. You're totally surrounded by like low sort of woodlands and that. Funny thing is, we're chatting, we're, you know, chewing the fat, we're walking about, and then suddenly you think, well, we'll get back. Let's just say the way we got back, we're lost. You know, I know the direction you're going, but I'll say we did that army style. The route that we took in, yeah, the route that we took in was vastly different to the route we took out, and you know, that's an army thing. Otherwise we're thinking, blimey. It does pay at times to just turn round and just make sure you know what the rear view looks like. But some cracking little places up there, cracking little places. You know, where you've got enough trees to get 2 or 3 blokes in there, you'd be totally hidden. You know, and you'll probably get a couple of little nice overnighters. Not there's nothing wrong with this, but just had a bit of a walkabout and explore up there. Only got 15-20 minutes there, Barry, wasn't it? Bit of a laugh in the end, mate, wasn't it?
Hey?
It was a bit of a laugh in the end, wasn't it? Because we thought, well, I mean, we weren't lost, but you just think, well, actually.
What are we doing? We're having fun. Who cares?
Nah. But that's the army way of doing it, mate. You go in one way and come out another way, and that's our story, and we're sticking with it, ain't we? All right, troops. Take care.
You know, different people think of different things.
No, that's true, mate. So Barry doing a bit of a good old wood prep there. I think he's falling in love with my Laplander, aren't you, mate? I've never found a better saw, really, mate. Everyone's got their own personal preference, I think, but exactly what you're doing there, that's exactly what that's designed to do for, mate. Right, ladies and gents, well, I think we came with a view to do a load of things here on the wood today, but it's turned into a sloth session, hasn't it? Brewing up and sitting in the hammocks, and I've nearly been asleep twice. But anyway, just a couple of things, again, of what I do. Obviously I've made this as a sheath, and when you see, I have this way of working out with Velcro. This was pre what they call molly days. I used to do this all my kit in the army. So that will fit on any belt sheath I want now, and again I've got a Laplander sheath exactly the same on my belt at the moment, so, and it's good really because you can take it on and off as and where you need it. But my idea with this is that on a horizontal strap on the old most of the Bergens, which I'll show you in a sec, that will fit through there and can be secured, you know, down the side pockets, so not taking out a lot of room. And I've put a few things on there, so you can either attach it with paracord or slip another webbing strap through there just to secure it. But yeah, me hitty thing to make it look less, well, like a hitty thing as I'm going from 2 to 4. Just made a complete sheath for it. Hopefully I'm still in frame there. Here's the old Fisker's axe. Really, well, I think it's proved its worth into my Bergen as it goes, and it will always be there. And all I've done is sewed up Cador and nylon sheath. Same stuff to make the Bergens out of. Velcro cover for it. If I was to make another one, I would do it slightly differently in the fact that nothing wrong with it, fits there perfectly, that's what you see, but I would just make that, the bit for the handle come down at more of an angle. So yeah, as a nice little sheath for my hitty thing. Scott Wessex Blades, wanted one for these for ages. I've been using these for years. So I've had myself another one. It's a 2 litre quart canteen from America. That there, almost brand new, not a mark on it. Not even sure it's actually been issued as it goes. A 2 quart American canteen, and these are the flexible ones. Always sold on these, always had one in the army. And again, you're buying 2 for 1 here, because you take that out, that's in your big Bergen, you need to go somewhere, A to B, you've got a spanking little shoulder pouch there. Comes with obviously the shoulder strap, which you can take off and use in other things if you want. So this came out at 11 quid. I think it was Scott Wessex Blades put a link up to a new site he'd found. Really good service, right, within a couple of days. I had a couple of things off them. So that's certainly...
What's that, is that 32 ounce?
No,
2 quarts, I mean, because American pints are 16 ounces.
That's it, yeah. I mean, you know all that, mate. It's got the Alice clips. I don't particularly like them, but I will attach that to the outside of my Bergen, just with Alice clips and that sort of stuff. But yeah, for 11 quid, you know, 2 litres of water.
Yeah.
I can't see how you can go wrong with that. And one thing I will say, years and years ago, when I was in the army, I used to have one of these, and when it was freezing cold, proper freezing cold, and I was in the sleeping bag, I used to wrap my combat jacket up in this and use it as a pillow. It is flexible, yeah? And I was one of the few that woke up in the morning. Everybody else had the plastic 58 water bottles, which overnight had frozen. Yeah, and mine was, so there's a little tip for you. 2 reasons to have one, 3 reasons, because you can also use it as like a shoulder bag should you need to. But I used to wrap my combat jacket up that, and that used to be my pillow. Just round that, and you know, my head and the warmth inside the sleeping bag would mean I would wake up with usable water first thing in the morning. And I'm talking about, you know, when it's really, really cold, like in Canada and so forth, and there's X amount of snow on the ground and that. And it does get that cold in Germany and, you know, in the European theatre. But yeah, there's my old canteen. So yes, thanks for that shot. I mean, I was looking at them on eBay and they're like 20 to 25 and some of them 17, but when you look at the quality of them, it weren't all that. So yeah, really happy with that. Something else I've got? In fact, I'll stop the camera and do another little brief on this. Yeah, I've got 5 minutes. Right, ladies and gents, as you know, I've quite in favour of the old multi-tools and that. Everybody seems to go down the Leatherman route. I had the old Wilkinson saw, but I like the secateurs at the end, the rose cutters. Looking about on eBay, Heine Hayes come up trumps again, because this is almost what I want. It's got a nice weight to it, not over the top but not under the top. And at the front, what we've got is a pair of secateurs. Now, I've ripped through all types of wooden bits and bobs with this. There's no worries whatsoever when I need to sort of cut stuff. And even as we was coming up here again today, all them rose bunches and thorns right in your face. Since I have a ratchet system on the side, because I'm not applying a great deal of pressure to get through a bit of wood like that. So that is, to me, extraordinary really, because I think I paid about 10 or 11 quid for it. It only says professional on there. I will use this and abuse this, but I think it's a cracking little bit of kit. You close it, press the 2 buttons, because it's all locking, and it pulls back and it's locked. It's fantastic. What it has got at the side, and that's what made me go in, is a small pair of pliers. So if I need to pick a hot can up, or that's what I think most people use the old pliers bit of the old Leatherman tool for, is picking the old hot pans up and so forth. Obviously it's got other applications, but I've still got a small pair of there on the side there, so I think it's a fantastic little bit of design on that kit. One thing it weren't outlined when I bought it, that this comes off. Now this is quite a tough little file, so for putting the edge on a rough edge on a knife or on my Fiskars axe, I'm now carrying about a small file. That will take...
Let's see how good it is.
Yeah. No, you have a little go with it, mate, but I'm going to flick it to you, yeah? I'll land it on your hat. Got it? Barry's going to have a little go with that just to see if that'll put a rough edge on stuff. And I don't have to open it up. And again, it's kind of locking. There's a nice knife there. Let's have a little tinker with that. But I've not used that in any sort of way or sharpened that. It's literally straight out the box. And with the knot at the top. Done loads of feather sticks with it, but Quite a nice little sharp. Not sure what the steel is, but yeah, I've given that a sharpener once, and that sort of well stayed in there for me. So again, it's got a little push over. Fingers out the way, put it back. Other bits and bobs on it. On this side, again, you don't even have to open it out. A nice little saw there. A little play back with that. Seems to be as good as anybody else's saws on their such tools. So we'll have a bit of wood, because that weren't exactly the strongest bit of wood there. Oh, I've got another bit of that wood that you had, Barry. No, not a problem. We'll go through it. I'm going to find out what that is, you know. That's annoying. Just pick up another random twig. Yeah.
I could be bothered. I could look at me the app on my phone. I'll tell you what wood it is.
Yeah, no, just describe that as a normal bit of wood here and that. For something that's on a little multi-tool. More than happy with that. I'll keep it in frame anyway. And when it is opened out, and you've got the option to use the old cutters, inside there I've got can opener, bottle opener, screwdriver, and on the other side a posi drive screwdriver. Some people call that a Phillips. Not sure I'm going to be using that too much, but yeah, I've got myself a little multi-tool I want, sort of an upgrade from the Wilkinson sword. Everything's sort of stainless or chrome on it, so it's not going to be doing any going rusty in me or anything. Little pair of pliers on there and that. 10-11 quid. I will say, service from Heine Haynes. I ordered this and they said it had in stock, and over the next sort of 2 weeks they had to order it from the manufacturers, but they keep you updated by email at all time as to what your progress is. So I think that's a spanking little bit of service, mate, even though it took a little while to come. But yeah, that's my little field multi-tool now, and as I say, for me, very important. I'll be using it and used it just to get up here today 3 or 4 times up here. I like to have the old secateurs, the old cutters at the end. And again, there is another video as to why I like this, so I'm not going to sort of especially when you do stuff with the old like the Kelly kettle, just a couple of 3 minutes on that. I suppose you could break it, I suppose, but for cutting stuff down and that, cutting through cord, this is incredibly sharp. Just go straight through the old paracord and that as well. So yeah, that's my new little acquisition. 10 quid, 10.90 I think it was, or something like that, from Heine Haynes.
Was that delivered?
Delivered, yeah. More than that, you can't go wrong, mate, can you? And oh, I suppose I could have weighed it if you want to know and that, but PM if you want to know anything more about it. But yeah, that's just exactly what I was kind of looking for. And like I say, I've still got.
Smaller than the other one as well, isn't it?
I think it's roughly about the same size, but you know, I've got a pair. You know, if I can pick up something hot up or whatever, and do a nut with that, and that it doesn't look it, but it's quite fairly robust. I've undone the nut of the old brakes on the bike. Yeah, I just want to give that a go. But anyway, without boring everybody to death, that's just a new little bit of kit, because a few people PM me told me that Leatherman years ago used to do one, and they was trying to go for the farm, the gardener's market. Yeah, you can't find them now. I can't remember the name of it, but I've googled and all sorts like. They're kind of like collector's items now. Anyway, that's my old new multi-tool. Right, ladies and gents, that's what we see as my latest acquisition. I knew I was going to do it at some point. Upgraded myself to an olive green 100 litre infantry Bergen. Cost £15, waited to get the right one. Geezer wanted, well, it's £15 postage, so it's 30 quid for the Bergen, and then a further 15 quid for 2 side pouches, so for what, it's 45 quid, 120 litre infantry Bergen. Well happy with that. I knew I was probably going to go back to one anyway. But all I'm going to show you here is obviously there's a sheath there I made, and how these things would attach to a Bergen, because I'm sending them out to a couple of people, so I'll kind of just try and do it this way. No need for me to start talking about an infantry Bergen. Quite hard to get them in olive green now, so I had to wait a little bit. So inside here is my fold down collapsible saw. That is never going anywhere. So I strap across there, and as we look there, there's that bottom strap. It's gone through that bottom loop there, and at the top loop, as you know, it folds up, it comes out with the old Velcro. So it's there when you want it. Like I say, the fold down collapsible saw. This is how I attach stuff to the sides of my Bergen. There's no problems whatsoever. because that side patch will just zip over that, so that will always just stay there hidden behind obviously the large 20 litre I think it is side patch. On the other side, just for the day, little result on eBay, got me old proper Camelback one there. It's in the old Coyote brand, but hey ho, I don't mind that, that's not a problem at all, because I've got that for a very nice price as well. Never had them in the army, so it's kind of a new concept to me, but love it. And 2 litres of water, easily carried and easily portable, excellent. So I just got myself a fantastic obviously 120 litre Bergen there for well, no money at all really when you think about what a brand new one would cost. But just see how the old time's getting on that. If I needed to have this off, this is how quickly they can come off. That one's just securing it, and as you see that loop I do with the Velcro, and to have it back on again, and it is secure. That'll go over, under, and literally as long as it takes you to do the straps up. You can do that with that one. I would actually just put that one through there, and I think most Bergens, sort of military style, even the civvy styles, have some sort of horizontal strap that you can obviously do that, and they're going to go nowhere, and it's not going to impede me putting the 20 litre pouch on there. So that's how I love to do them old pouches. And again, when you want it, don't need to take anything off, in out, use it, put it back. And again, I've got one here. I've had it on and off my belt. That's a little pouch, it's in brand, for a Latlander store, which Barry's been making good use of. And again, that would exactly, I'm going to attach it to the Bergen if need be. Goes underneath, that comes over, and the Velcro does up. So that there now, it's gone through a belt loop, but the belt loop comes undone. So there's a good way of attaching stuff to your kit. Literally a belt loop and Bergen at the back there. Obviously that will just, see how long quickly that took to get on and off my belt. But that's a few bits I've made anyway. I know a lot of you ask me bits and bobs and how I do things. But yeah, that's my new Bergen and I'm well happy with it. I think it cost me about 45 quid in the end. And yeah, can't chuckle at that, can you? Anyway, take care.
Here's 40 shillings on the drum for those who volunteer to come to list and fight the foe today, over the hills and far away, o'er the hills and o'er the plain, through Flanders, Portugal and Spain. King George commands and we obey, over the hills and far away. When duty calls me, I must go to stand and face another